Where's the remote? Found it.
Turn off the lights.
All right.
Did you grab the drinks?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay, I'm making the popcorn.
It's starting. Come on.
All right. Okay, I'm here. Hit the button. Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Gianna. And welcome to the We Watch It All podcast, where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for.
A little off today.
Yes, I'm not going to lie.
I'm the one that just woke up.
Yeah, you did.
I said, rise and grind. Literally, I took it. I took it very literally. Get up.
Yeah, but you're rising and grinding at 11, so there's a difference.
No, I woke up when you woke up earlier.
And you sauntered yourself.
I told you wake me back up at 9.
And
here
I
we
did.
are at 11.
I did wake you up at 9, and you chose not to get up at 9.
No, I think I asked you, are you done finishing your notes? You said, I'm still watching. So I said, okay, let me know when you're done.
And then I had to give up because I was realizing it was already getting late, even with the time change.
All right, so how many pieces of news do you have? I think I counted before we started, and I can't remember.
At 3, and I don't even count them as really news. I mean, 1 is news.
I have 8.
Oh, I think I have 4. I'm sorry, I have 4.
All right, so I'll do 2. You do 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's start. Mine's really small and simple.
Already knocking on the wall. Go ahead.
It's not like they're like.
You gotta go louder than that. I've done your whispering, and I can't hear it on the podcast.
Well, I'm trying to whisper so they don't hear us, but it's not like it's like a knock, knock, shut up. It's just like knock, knock, knock. There's no consistent pattern to it either, which is so like.
Yeah, do a traditional bang on the wall and be like, shut your mouth.
Yeah, I've done that once. Not to them, to another neighbor. But I'll raise the volume up when I whisper for you guys. I could do that. I can turn it up a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why we were contemplating office, no office. I think we need office.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Only because the office is next to someone's bedroom where chances are...
And we record a lot of times at night. That's a big thing. We record a lot of time. Like right now it's in the morning, but...
Yeah, but typically we could record in the
daytime.
In the afternoon.
We're working on that. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, it's not your problem.
No, I mean, if you have any ideas of what we should do, let us know. You got a free recording studio, we'll come.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we have our own mic and stuff, so we can bring that, but, you know.
I'm already having problems with the throat.
Where's the water?
It's
never here.
There's no water. It's okay.
All right. I'll live. My first one, these first 2 are pretty short. Stargirl is going to end with season 3. Stop. Don't read ahead. I'm serious. Don't read my notes ahead. I've seen you do it.
I was reading along. There's a difference.
No. So Stargirl's going to end with season 3. So, I mean, I've watched season 1 and maybe episode 1 of season 2. It's actually quite good.
Oh, it'd be nice to know when we're watching it because I'm waiting on her.
I'm saying I watched it past tense and
I know. I'm saying it would be nice to know when we are going to watch.
I know, but you know, these superhero CW shows, you got to be in the right headspace to watch them.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I just have a problem with you and your headspace. I would like to just.
All right, we can start. We'll see what time allows. You know, We'll discuss after post podcast. We'll discuss. Yeah, no, it's actually quite good. I think Stargirl. Stargirl is better than the other ones. I think because it actually season 1 started. What are you writing down?
I'm taking a note.
She's taking notes on the podcast? What is this?
Notes.
Okay.
Discuss Stargirl. And while we're at it, let's throw in Batwoman.
We only have a few episodes left. It's kind of Batwoman's too sad to finish because I don't want it to end. I really liked Batwoman.
I also didn't want what's her name to leave, but we all don't get what we want.
Who?
The original Batwoman.
Oh. I like the new Batwoman. Sorry.
She's okay. I just like the one that I like, but go ahead.
I'm not a fan of Ruby Rose, so that's my thing.
On with your news.
Oh, no, but I was saying it actually started on DC Universe, which is where Titans and Doom Patrol started, and then I think CW bought it, and they started putting it on they started airing it on the CW or something, and then CW just kept going with it until now. What's interesting though is CW does not have many shows left to actually cancel.
Oh, so that's a good thing for you then. You don't have to worry about it.
Well, one of them is Kung Fu, so Kung Fu, get behind me, watch your back, because really it's like that. I think they have that new spin-off show of Supernatural. It's a prequel show. And then they have Walker and a Walker prequel show, which is so weird because typically they usually start those like after they finish sharing the other one, the other original show. So it's like they don't really have much left to cancel. So what I'm curious about is what are they going to start?
Where's Vampire Academy?
The Vampire Academy's Peacock.
Oh, I didn't know. I forget.
No,
I haven't gotten to watch that one yet.
I'm just curious of what they are gonna air when they've canceled it all. Like, what are you left with?
Are you going to change the show to we canceled it all? I don't know.
Then, also very exciting, The Last of Us now has a premiere date, January 15th, and it's going to be 9 episodes long, and it's going to air on HBO at 9 p.m. EST. It's also going to be on HBO Max, and I am 100% watching, and I think I'm going to try to get you to watch, because I want to talk about it, obviously, on the podcast, but I think I might want to do, like, a solo episode for it. I'm a huge fan of The Last of Us franchise, and I also love Pedro Pascal, so I think he's going to do great as Joel. So I'm very excited for that. I don't know the younger actress. I know she's from Game of Thrones, but overall very excited. I know you're kind of like not in the whole zombie thing.
Yeah.
And the clickers are a little creepy. I will not lie. It's more the face is creepy, but that sound of the that they make is terrifying. But yeah, so I might try
I watched you play the game, didn't I?
Well, you watched me play the second one.
Oh.
And when you were watching me play it, I was nowhere near zombies.
Oh.
So yeah. But I'm excited for this. So go ahead and share your first piece of news.
Well, as always, I'm marking the death count.
Oh my God.
Aaron Carter died at 34. He's the brother of Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys. And he's had a tumultuous life, the poor thing. Like, he tried to get into the singing like his brother and the whole bit and the acting. And I think he was connected at one point with, like, Hilary Duff. She did a post about him. I think they dated or something. But, yeah, he died in his home in California. And it's marked as a homicide for right now. Because they said that's the typical route you go when they're not really sure what's going on. But he was, like, found in his bathtub. And I think by a house sitter that came to either check on him or check on the house or something. And, they found him. I mean, that's very young.
Yeah.
You know, he has a son, 11-month-old son, Prince. I don't know if he was with the mom, to be honest with you, but that's a shame, so.
Is that all you had for that?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, next one. This is a little bit of a long one just because I had a couple comments on it, so I noted them down. So, well, first off, this is all about Agatha, Coven of Chaos. A lot of people joined the cast over the weekend. Ali On? Ali On?
Yeah, I guess. I'm not really
and
sure.
Maria
Oh, yeah, look.
Diza.
What do I
Click
do?
no. Okay, my phone's trying to join. I don't know. This is when we start getting each other's texts.
I don't need no more of that.
They have joined the cast of Agatha, Coven of Chaos. I personally don't know who these two are. I know they've done some things when I looked at their, what's the word? Filmography. And then, also, these are probably, like, the two most well-known. Joe Lockley from Netflix's show Heartstopper has joined, and this was a big, well, we don't know who any of these people are playing, by the way. This was a big one. A lot of people wanted him to join. I can't remember who they were fan casting him as, but since Marvel has been listening to fan castings, it's kind of like, interesting. Now, this one that I'm going to say who joined is very exciting for me. Aubrey Plaza has joined, and she is rumored to be playing a villain, or I think it might be confirmed now she's playing a villain in the show, which is very exciting. I'm a huge fan of Aubrey Plaza, and this is actually going to be the first time that her and Catherine Hahn have shared the screen since Parks and Rec. Remember the Halloween episode we watched? Catherine Hahn was in the show. Yeah. So that's very exciting. She also has already done something with Elizabeth Olsen, too. They were in a movie, Ingrid Goes West. So if Elizabeth Olsen shows up, this would also be them sharing the screen again. And this is also Aubrey Plaza's second live action role for a Marvel content, I guess you could say. Not MCU, but she was in Legion. Spoiler, who she was. She was Lenny Busker / the Shadow King. She was a big one in season 1. And then to continue out her through the whole show, her role is actually like really interesting because it was set for a guy. And then the showrunner met her and was like, okay, no, I need you to play this role. And she was like, don't change anything about the role. I'm going to play it exactly how you read it. Don't try to make it any different just because I'm doing it. So yeah, that one I'm very, very excited about.
I know you are.
I know. It's like when you have somebody who's like your like favorite actor and actress, and then when they get into like the MCU or a DC project or Star Wars, it's just something so special to me.
So special.
It's so special to me. And then one more Marvel news. Bob Odenkirk is going to play a key role in Marvel's Wonder Man. I don't know much about Wonder Man.
Or who Bob Odenkirk is.
He is from Better Call Saul.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and take up your next piece of news.
You know, you're real funny. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
So, I'm a big Bethany fan. Bethany Frankel, if anybody doesn't know. But she's starting a new podcast called Rewives.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, so no one's happy about it, except for her, apparently. Carol Raswell and Luann de Lesseps from Real Housewives of New York were both upset and felt that it was wrong that she's going to be doing this, you know, not profiting, but I guess she can be profiting, but, you know, she's going to be promoting her podcast by trashing the other housewives and making fun of them.
But,
And she is. Don't you kid yourself.
no. I'm not standing up for her. I'm saying, but there are housewives who have a podcast.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
listen, I know.
I don't know that the other housewives are making fun of the housewives.
What about like Tamara and Teddy?
They don't really make fun of them though. It's just more
Kelly Dodd.
informational. Well,
Kelly Dodd, she does.
and she's one that they're coming. But I mean, she says that right in her little thing, it says on, you know, Rewives. This is Bethany is joined by unexpected thought leaders, celebrity friends who have insightful conversations using the most hilarious housewife episodes as vehicles for hilarious and outrageous commentary on real topics. So she's definitely going to pick the most like funny things about all, and apparently she's reviewing all of the franchises.
Yeah, because I did see something on her. Well, not hers. I saw it on Ramona's. Shared her story. She didn't write anything, but something about some kind of like scary island crabs and.
Yeah,
crew were crying. I don't know.
They're all not too happy about it, but
at least
she
still doesn't sound like anybody's safe, though.
No, she still has her Just Be one. I thought maybe she was getting rid of that or something, but on there she does like total rants of craziness, and they're like usually like maybe 20 minutes. The longest I've ever seen her do is like 30 minutes on there. I don't know how long these are going to be, but
interesting.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see. She's going to rewatch. Rewatch, you know, old ones and stuff.
Wow, she's
the most famous ones.
Wow,
so
see how we announced that we're rewatching OC, and all of a sudden Bethany Frankel comes out of nowhere. Copycat.
She knows where the money's at, so I don't know. But I just think it's ironic that she doesn't want to come back to the housewives, but you know, she's kind of come back and kind of use them in a way.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it. You know, like everybody's into her right now because she's making these reels and TikToks about like drugstore makeup and stuff, and she's just running with it. And I'm like, how many products can you run through though? And how have you never been to the drugstore before to notice that there's actual products that are good? Like, I don't know. It's just
like most of them have like the whole back wall or side wall is all makeup when you go to like a drugstore.
Yeah, but I'm like, where have you been? Like, you act like you go to a Dwayne Weed or whatever it is, Reeds or whatever, and all of a sudden it's a drugstore over there in New York, and you've never like discovered this. Come on now.
You gotta go to CVS or Walgreens. Those are when they have the real walls.
Yeah.
Really, I think CVS has it better.
I don't know. So
CVS,
I'll give it a try to see what she's up to. See if she's really going to be as mean as they're waiting for her to be. You know.
But I wonder if those two spoke out mostly because obviously they were on the show with her. But I wonder if they feel like she might have dirt on them and they're nervous.
I know Carol and her were very good friends, and they ended on a very bad note. So they are not.
Well, yeah, she might just come for her anyway.
So she might be like already, you know.
But like.
Defenses up, so to speak.
I mean, I guess New York should have the most dirt and insight on compared to other franchises, you know?
I think Luann knows how dirty she will play, or not dirty, but how, you know, she will say anything, and that might, you know, that would scare me if I was them. Because you don't, like you said, not that she has dirt on them that you'd share, but you just never know.
She has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
If she doesn't want to go back to the housewives, it's not like, oh, I trashed them or something. But she can't probably say too much. There's definitely NDAs out there that...
I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jinx.
All right.
Buy me a soda pop. Go on. Too
okay.
old.
No,
Too old for you.
I get it, but I don't have enough money in the bank. Positive and negative news here.
Oh.
Netflix has released their ad plan.
Oh, I knew she was going to discuss this because she's disgusted with it.
Includes everything from the standard and basic plan, but you don't have downloads. And unlike the standard plan, you have to watch everything in 720p instead of 1080p.
If you remember, we were very excited about the prospect of
ad plan.
paying a little bit cheaper.
$6.99, by the way. Sorry.
Because, yes, all this watching is wonderful. However, it does come at a price. So,
$15.
yeah, so we were excited to actually possibly lose $10. And, you know, that could have been compensated for Apple or Paramount. Yeah, or something else. So, you know, it's sad to see what came of this. So
because here's the thing,
we will not be downgrading, sadly.
No, because it's not just a quality thing too. I'll get into that in a second. But here's the thing: typically, streaming services will make you pay more for a 4K quality, which makes sense. That's really great quality.
Yeah,
it's something that you know.
You don't have the TV. If you don't have the TV
if you don't
standards,
have a 4K TV, then
our
don't
TV is
upgrade.
not a 4K TV. So
no,
I mean it's
1080.
Yeah, I mean it's a high def 1080.
Yeah,
but, you're not.
It's a good TV, but it's not. For example, Dean, he has probably a 20K TV.
You look
in
like
his
you
house.
could step into his TV.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
I also don't actually really like his TV.
It's too crispy.
No, it almost looks too 3D-ish, and I actually don't kind of like it. You know, I grew up with black and white, and poor quality. But I don't know. It's not what. Well, I don't know. It's just
even though, but we've never. Okay, let me just say this: we've never had good TVs. We've never bought a TV. I don't think really ever in our life. I mean, we have one TV that we bought on sale for like $50, and it's so small. One. And it was really just because...
It's really like a large monitor. Let's go there.
It's a computer monitor, basically, but it's $50, and it had a Fire Stick in it. It's good quality, don't get me wrong, but we've never really bought a TV. Our TV...
fortunate to be handed down TVs.
Yeah, so thank you to Dean and Uncle Jeff. They give us all their old TVs when they don't want it. So maybe one day in the future, we'll get the 8K TV when they're on 50K or something. But, I mean, that TV's so... Their TVs are so damn huge. Next time we're over there, we'll have to take a picture and put it on our Instagram so you can see how big their TV is. Honestly, you would think as two people who run a podcast where we're watching and talking about TV, we would have a huge TV that's really good quality.
This is huge to me, though.
This is huge. That's a normally large of a TV. No, that's not like a normal TV to have.
I know,
but what I was gonna say was, here's the thing: you typically pay more for 4K because it's a lot more. It's a lot more thing for these people to run a 4K thing. 'Cause it's good quality. It's high quality. If you want to watch free 4K quality, I know Dean films all her videos in 4K, and they look good even on here, but I don't see them in the true nature that you should see them because we don't have the thing to receive it, I guess you could say. Now, paying for 1080 instead of 720, that's just unheard of because every YouTube video you'll ever watch is in 1080.
Yeah.
So it's you're going to make us pay that much more for that. I think here's what would be smart in my opinion, Netflix. Create an $8 tier, $8.99, and you get in 1080. So you pay $2 more to watch it in 1080 with the ads. I'd do that.
Yeah.
But that's not where the real negative thing is. Here's where the real negativity hits. Because of the ad plan, you will not be able to watch The Crown, Cobra Kai, Arrested Development, Breaking Bad, The Good Place, Grey's Anatomy, House of Cards, How to Get Away with Murder, New Girl, and Peaky Blinders.
So anything that most people watch.
Their biggest shows, they basically said, oh, okay, people are going to probably complain about that, quality thing, but, they could get by. How about we take our biggest shows off? And I thought at first, when I read this list, I was like, okay, well, Arrested Development, Breaking Bad, all those guys are not their shows. So maybe the shows just said, I don't want to run ads on my thing. But Cobra Kai and The Crown are both their shows. So it's
so they went with the most popular shows.
Yeah,
it has
they
nothing
went
to do
with the most popular shows, basically. Yeah. I'm sure if, back in the day when they had Vampire Diaries and those shows, this would have been on that list as well. Friends, I bet they would have taken off as well. So just... not great, very disappointing, because there goes money. So you know what? Maybe we'll just, when there's no new shows, we'll just cancel it and then re-put it back on.
Yeah.
Because I think you deserve that, Netflix. Because what the hell? And then a new Godzilla film will be made by Toho, and it'll be released November 3rd, 2023. We had watched the Godzilla and King Kong movies right before Godzilla vs. Kong came out. And those were really good. I actually really enjoyed them. I did not like Godzilla vs. Kong, though. It was good
it was okay.
visually, but yeah, it was a little bit of a letdown. So I'm interested to see what this new film will be about.
Here's my thing with the Kong one. I think no matter what they do, they're never going to make that big ape look real.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's just no way it's ever going to truly look... I think the Godzillas and them... even though you know that's like, come on now.
It's fake.
They still come out somehow looking good visually. But Kong is just going to he's going to look like a animatronic thing.
Well, yeah, so here's the thing.
It's really hard.
It's the same thing when they make fake people. It's this thing that we already know what it should look like in real life. Godzilla has no real life thing to, you could say a lizard, but you don't really have that to put up against. Even the other creatures that he fought, there's no real variants of those, I guess you could say. So it's going to look real because you have nothing to match it with.
Yeah. True.
All right, on with your piece. And then I got 2 more and I'm done.
Not really news. I mean, I was just making a statement that all the Kardashians dressed up like Kris Jenner this year for her 67th birthday at home. Kendall was the only one I think that didn't show up because it was her birthday weekend as well, which I think is really crappy because why couldn't you just celebrate it with your mother?
Right?
Like, and I know on the last couple of episodes.
Well, also, it's her birthday weekend, not even her birthday.
Yeah, like it was like
That's weird.
I thought that was weird, but they all dressed up like Kris from one decade or another.
Like they picked their favorite Kris almost.
Yeah, like I think Courtney was from the video. You're doing great, honey. She dressed up in the pink tracksuit, or you're doing whatever however she did it with the little
Ariana Grande one.
Yeah, with the little camera, and then Chloe was when she had blonde hair and she was in a like a floral thing. I forget what she said, but they all picked like
iconic moments.
Yeah, iconic moments that you were like, oh my gosh. And I mean, the weirdest part was people say like that they don't look alike or they don't look this. I'm sorry, they all looked like Kris. They all looked like her. Even Chloe, like that was minute they put that wig on, it was like, oh my god, you were looking at her. Like, so they definitely do look like her, because I know that was a big thing with Chloe that they always was saying like, oh, she doesn't have the same genes, or like they were used to pick that like she was not a Kardashian. It was a big thing. Oh yeah, but she really, her especially when she put that wig on, she really looked like her. So
I just saw your notes. I still can't believe you wrote down discuss Stargirl and Batwoman.
Yeah, why not?
Alrighty,
I forget everything. Sorry.
Are you good, or my next piece?
No,
all right,
ahead.
My last 2 pieces of news. Or do you have another one?
One small.
All right,
one.
then I'll do one, and then you do one, and then I'll do my last piece.
Sure.
Or do you want to?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. The Russo brothers say that they won't be ready to do anything with Marvel until the end of the decade. Which, if you don't know, they're kind of like the biggest or the most, I guess, that have directed any Marvel thing. They typically do the Avengers movie, and I wanted to put this because I want to share my comment on it. I'm okay with it. I know some people
You don't like them.
It's not that I don't like. No, I like them.
Are they the ones that did the Suicide Squad or something?
No.
Oh.
It's not that I don't like them.
They did something you commented on, I remember.
It's not that I don't like them. I do. I just think it's a good thing that, not that they don't want to, but now this gives other directors and people a chance to step into the franchise and do other things, because I think like it's kind of better that they don't get to, in a sense, monopolize all of this stuff. Give a chance to other people to try, you know? Like, I think I said, was it Secret Wars? The Shang-Chi director is going to do that, and I really liked Shang-Chi, so I think, it gives a chance to somebody else instead of having them just do another Avengers film. Mm-hmm. Shake it up, have everything not look so the same. Like, Eternals completely looks different than any other Marvel film because of the director. So that's why I wanted to share it, because I think this is a positive thing. I know some people may say it's a negative, but, you can't have one person monopolize the whole franchise. Give it to some other people. Shake it up. Thank you. You're next.
I don't even know if this is true, to be honest with you. I believe it is, but it's the creator, Tony Gilroy, said that they've started filming the second season of Andor later this month, so they're continuing.
No, yeah, we knew there was definitely a second season.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to come this quickly, though.
No, well, we have to think about it. It's so much visual effects.
I didn't even think they were going to start this quickly. I figured
visual effects. So let's just say they start doing they start filming now. All the visual effects they have to do, it would come out again. It would take them probably a whole year to come back to right now and upload it at the same time as season 1. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? It's not news, but this is something I saw on. I was watching some kind of reels last night. I think I sent it to you, the Disney thing with the Jungle Book.
No.
It's a cartoon. So somebody put side by side, they put a bunch of different ones, but the one that I saw first was Winnie the Pooh with the little boy, Christopher Robbins, and the Jungle Boy with, the Jungle Book with...
I can't remember the bear's name.
No, it wasn't the bear, it was the boy.
Mowgli.
So they were there's a scene where Mowgli like kind of walks on a log, and he like does like a little dance or something like that. And there's a scene also where Christopher Robin walks on a log, and it's literally the same scene, just Mowgli and Christopher Robin. And then there was another one where they did a bunch of them, but like literally it was the same scene.
Yeah.
Like only they changed it. And this guy wrote on the reel, like, so heartbroken to like have my Disney dreams crushed by knowing that they reused scenes, which they did, because there was a lot of different ones that they reused the scenes, and I was like, wow.
Back then, it just saves time and things like that. If you go by that justification, then Marvel should have to recreate every CGI character for every project.
No, but I think it was like, it's literally the same scene.
Yeah. Can I ask, how did this come up in your mind right now? Like, where did that come
from? You said about how long it'll take to do the special effects.
Oh.
Shortcut, get it.
I see.
Used, see, there's a track. There's a track I was on. I was on a track. All right.
This one's a little Bravo news. So, Crystal from Beverly Hills went on
a little Bravo news. She's got about 8 sentences there.
No, because it looks like a lot more. Mm-hmm. She went on the Everything Iconic podcast, and she gave us insight on 2 important things that happened this season. One was the whole coat situation. She said that they had went in with 1 security guard for all of them because of the whole cast. And when they went in and they put their coats in, the guy held all their tickets for them, I guess because they had nowhere to hold them. And when she went to leave, she couldn't find the guy. So that's when she told Rinna, just go ahead. And Rinna didn't check her coat because she made a scene saying she refuses to give up the jacket. So also there's supposedly another article that came out around the same time when they were in Aspen saying that Rinna was actually making a scene at the place and being the rudest of them all out there, which makes sense because if you were causing a scene with the jacket, supposedly, like, what was I going to say? Oh, come on.
Causing a scene with the jacket.
I know, but I was going somewhere with it.
There was an article.
Oh, she said something about the jacket was like, oh my God, Cooper, you're so cute. No, apparently she told them that she doesn't want to take the jacket off because it's part of the look.
That sounds like Rinna.
It does sound like Rinna, right? Then was the envelopes. So there was 2 envelopes. Mm-hmm. One had actual physical receipts from the Elton John event, and the other was printed out pictures of the text.
Yeah.
And Crystal said Andy went through them, and he just decided to no. He just decided to ended up not.
Yeah, I think he was over Rinna at that reunion, plus, as we were all.
Well, here's the thing. I think the Elton John thing didn't get used because they didn't really talk about that. That's one. 2, printed out texts really do nothing. Like, even the people in the comments were like, printed out texts between you and Erica mean nothing.
It means nothing.
Right? So it's like, that means nothing. Even the stupid other text with Kathy, I still want somebody to open those up and check and see if the number is Kathy Hilton's number, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Are we ready to do the Wheel of Watching? I remembered literally right before we pressed record that I have to do this.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go. Here's our options. A show you forgot about. A TV show that reminds you of your childhood. This show needs a movie spinoff. A movie you want to watch but you'll never actually watch. Favorite Netflix original movie. Best movie soundtrack. A character who deserves better if I could switch places with a character superhero edition. And the most overrated TV show. Let me tell you right now, there are ones I want and there's ones I don't want. All right, are we ready to spin that wheel?
Spin that wheel. It's the wheel of watching.
I'm not happy with this one.
Oh, that's called cheating.
What do you have something written down for this one? Please say no.
I don't know what it is.
A show you forgot about.
Cooper, let's see. A show we forgot
He's gonna mess up your thing because his feet react to the screen.
I can't move it because his feet are on the screen. Thank you, baby. Yeah, I don't seem to see it here.
Oh, you do have something written down. The top one.
Oh.
Do you want to do another one?
You don't want to do it, so...
Okay, I mean, I'll say it. Okay, go. You go first.
No, go ahead. Do another one. It's fine.
All right, well, let me see. Let's weigh our options here. Is it a better one or is it a worse one? Oh, you're not going to have an answer for this one.
What is it?
Your favorite movie soundtrack.
I most certainly do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. That's exciting.
Where do I have to go first?
Oh, I'll go first. My favorite is the Black Panther soundtrack and album that's attached to it. Oh, the police are coming. I genuinely will still listen to that album to this day. So it's just so great. Also, who did it? I can't say his name ever. Ludwig something. He did the Mandalorian music. He does all that music, and I love all the soundtracks he's ever done. If I know I just said I don't like somebody monopolizing directing, but if he could do all the movies for every movie soundtrack that I ever watched, it would be him because he does
It's called a flip-flopper.
Yeah, I'm a hypocrite. I'm being a little...
Or that.
He even did the music, I think, for Turning Red, and the Turning Red soundtrack is really good as well. But I'm just saying, in general...
Couldn't name a song or remember what was on that.
No, I'm not saying I can name it, but I'm just saying, like,
the
the
fact that you're even acting like you remembered, that's crazy.
I know, but come on. Just this guy in general is so good. The Mandalorian theme, even the Boba Fett, I love the Boba Fett theme. I would watch the end credits just because I loved listening to it.
Really?
I loved it. It was so good. This guy is so good. I don't know, it's just something, there's something so unique about his sound, which is what I love. But
how sleepy is that
I'm
face?
so excited to listen to the Black Panther Wakanda Forever soundtrack because I know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And this isn't, I don't know if this is a soundtrack as well, I guess, but also the Into the Spider-Verse album. Ooh, I love that one too. That one's so good. Nobody cares to ever talk about that movie with me.
No, but it's not that nobody cares to not.
I don't know. Okay, well, what was your answer?
Oh, mine is Out of Africa. Nobody knows this movie, and that's fine with me. It's all instrumental, kind of like Mandalorian, I guess.
Well, I didn't pick Mandalorian, I picked Black Panther, but...
Oh, Black Panther, I mean.
No, that's what a soundtrack is, though. It's like the instrumental. Hello?
I think they're hanging a picture. That sounds like a picture.
Well, should we wait for them to finish? Should we see if we can hear it?
Nah.
I think... Well,
let them just do what their business is.
Go.
I watched the movie with my mother. It's got Meryl Streep in it and Robert Redford, and it is nothing that the youth would probably watch. But my mother asked me to watch it, and she was sick, and I said sure, and I ended up liking it, but I ended up liking the music better.
Yeah.
So I play it when I'm feeling a little down. It's a little pick-me-up of a soundtrack for me. So...
Soundtracks are always the most important to a movie. If they don't have a good soundtrack, then what's...
Yeah, no, this one, I mean, literally...
Star Wars 2 as another...
Look, this one was on the plains of Africa, and it definitely set the stage for that movie, so, for sure.
I think if you talk to any franchise ever who has the best soundtrack ever, or music, Star Wars. Star Wars, hands down. It's the most iconic. It's just, you know it when you hear it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was all we had. So let us know your favorite soundtrack. If you're, if you leave a review, a rating, or if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and let us know what your favorite soundtrack is. Maybe there's one that we should listen to, or maybe it's a movie that we never watched, and that will make us go watch that movie.
Yes.
We love that. That's a good idea. Cooper's here, guys. All right.
As
so
always, and he's beaten
we need to
me
talk
with his tail.
He is aggressive. We need to talk about what we watched this week.
Yes.
Who wants... Do you hear him huffing? Oh God, yes. I hope you guys can hear him
There's some huffing and puffing going on here.
All right, so I guess I'll say what I watched first. Sure. I watched Abbott, episode 7, Kung Fu, episode 5, and I watched all of American Auto. I did start that.
Oh, wow, really?
I started half of American Auto last week, and I told you guys I'm going to wait till I watch the whole season 1.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I also did... I'm halfway through Rutherford Falls, but I'm going to do the same thing. I want to wait till the end of season 1 so I can give it to you in a whole. And I'll probably finish season 2 so then I can give you my whole thoughts on the show since the show is already canceled. But yeah. And I know I wanted to watch Blockbuster this week. I didn't get to because we also watched OC this week, which we'll get into at the end. But and so it was really kind of like I had to watch OC, so I didn't get a chance to. But I'll watch that next week. What did you watch this week?
I watched the Kardashians.
Oh.
I watched Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, I watched that too.
You were
I forget that I watched those, but that's for you to say.
Real Girlfriends of Paris, the finale, and I watched Love is Blind. There's a lot.
Whoa.
It sounds worse than it is, but I will zip through it.
Oh, thank you, puppy.
I only have one episode left.
You gave me a kiss.
Yep. I only have one episode left, and it...
You're just like,
sweet.
yep.
But of course, I watched My Below Deck, My Days of Our Lives. I started Manifest and realized that Manifest, they did release all the episodes, which I am
typically Netflix does
grateful.
do that. They usually have to, I usually think they'll
it's, oh
like,
my
I
God, I'm so glad it's
all
not.
of Blockbuster's out too, so.
I'm just so glad because this the fact that this show, I'm already halfway there, and the fact that this show like is rolling right into the next one is so.
Is it?
It's so good.
Is it the last season?
I think it's the last season.
Okay. They just
I think
let
it's
them
the last
finish it
season.
off.
Yeah, and they're wrapping it up, and it's so good. If you did not watch Manifest and you like supernatural things with a twist and all like that, you should watch it because
isn't it supposed to be kind of like Lost?
A little bit, yeah. It's just
you liked Lost.
Yeah, no, it's Lost got a little wacky at the end, and that's what I was afraid for Manifest.
Which I know I heard about Lost. Somebody said that Lost would happen to it was supposed to end quite early on,
yeah,
but they forced the network said keep going.
They should have stopped it a long time ago. It should not have had it at the
then they kind of wrecked it.
Yeah, they did. They wrecked it sadly because it was a really good show until they
got
really crazy. But Manifest, this is you can't go too far with it. But what they're doing now is they're really breaking down the callings, the plane, what happened, where everybody it's really good, and they're not afraid to kill people off. They're not afraid to do things.
Always good. I love that.
Yeah, they really killed some major people that you were like, wait, what happened? So I'm already deep into it, and I'm loving it, and I'm gonna try to just do the main things, the main discoveries that happened, not a total breakdown of it. But
I just thought we should mention this. We're doing our descriptions a little bit differently. We're not going to go into too heavy detail.
Yeah.
We're going to do it a little bit so it's not super long. I will say my notes are a little bit different here, so let us know what you guys think. So if you want us to go back to the original format, let us know. That is a lot more work, but I don't mind it.
I was going to start the Buying Beverly Hills because again, I wasn't thinking because Netflix, I forget that they do release everything, so girl, they're also...
She's just scrolling and up through those notes. Holy moly.
There was multiple episodes of that, and I figured I can't... First of all, I just can't physically watch it all. Yeah. And my day job has become increasingly more taxing, so I can't...
So you have 4 episodes? 4 shows?
So I have 4 shows.
I have 3. So
but
you
next
should go,
week next week I won't have Girlfriends, so that Manifest can jump in there, and then I won't have...
Dancing with the Stars is coming to a close. Next week is this pre to the finale.
Yeah, so maybe the following week I'll do Buying Beverly Hills since it is a longer one. The ones that I'm going to do like full seasons of, I'm going to try to not have too many other things.
Didn't that new Below Deck start this week? Did you watch it or no?
No, I can't add another bloody thing to my plate.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Watch, you'll still have the highest watch time this week though.
Sure I will. Okay.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll start with the Kardashians because they're just a smidge bit of a big...
Yeah, because I'm seeing there's like 3 people that don't even have anything written.
Well, only because I only write stuff near the main people, and Kim is always very focal point there. But so this was the Met Gala episode. So it was interesting to see the behind the scenes of the Met Gala episode, like of how they went about getting their outfits and stuff like that, and ironically enough, majority of them were not actually invited to the Met Gala. Like, I don't think Kim was necessarily invited at first, and Chloe wasn't invited at first. But none of them were actually...
I don't think she'll be invited again after all the drama that she stirred up.
What, with the dress?
Yeah. I think why try to bring that up again?
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know what happened after it. I know there's something happened after it.
She ruined the dress.
She did ruin it?
I heard she ruined the dress.
How did she ruin it?
It was too big. It was too small for her.
Well, it probably was too small for her. Give a Google on that. Oh my goodness.
I get a Google on that.
Give us a Google on that. Because watching the episode, it showed her preparing for the Met Gala. She wanted to wear the Marilyn Monroe dress, of course, that Marilyn sang to JFK in. And the problem was the dress was owned by someone that was lending it to Ripley's. And they told her that if they had like a dupe dress, and they told her that if she couldn't fit into this dupe dress, then she definitely was not going to even be allowed to try on the Marilyn dress. Listen, Marilyn was very curvy, but she was not the same curvy as the Kardashians. She did not have the badunkadunk that Kim has. There's just no way.
I see here all the reports are saying that Kim didn't damage it, but I remember seeing photos of the dress on the back having poles and things like that, and after she had taken it off and not looking good.
I don't know. I mean, they didn't I think they're going to the Met Gala next episode or something. So they didn't actually go yet. Like, you didn't see them going.
Well, she couldn't clearly close it. It looks like when she moves her jacket, it was open back there, possibly.
I don't know.
Here, these are the pictures I saw after the dress. Like, see, there was like weird pulling or something. Like, it might have been ripped.
Oh, I don't know. Well, all I know is that she got into the test dress, but the test dress, they said, was stretchy material, and the Marilyn was not. So that was going to be an issue. So when she got the test dress, she couldn't get it up past her hips. And they told her that, no.
Yeah, because look, see, it looks like there was like here pulling, and this is
they told her she couldn't wear it because she couldn't. So she tried to lose weight, and she gave it another try, and I think she was able to get into it again, or I think she's trying to get them to let her get into it, and it's okay.
Oh, it looks like there was even a rip on the arm up here.
It's okay. Oh my, I don't even know why that would happen though, because that's weird.
Well, if you try to pull it up, they might have torn it. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
But
oh, really? I'm seeing her in the actual dress. I don't know.
So, and it really starts with Chloe throwing a birthday party for True. She had a meow gray cat themed party. It was very cute. That's my foot, Cooper. Calm down. They throw these elaborate birthday parties, which is so nice, and they look like they're so fun, but, I just don't know where it would ever end when you start having these kind of parties. And of course, they were supposed to be pastel, and Kim comes in like bright neon orange or something. Like, it was crazy.
Doesn't pay attention to the theme.
No, she didn't. She didn't pay attention to the invitation, and Chloe said it's right on the invitation. And then Courtney shows up with black. Well, it's like, you two are in your own little world.
Her dress for the Met Gala wasn't like on theme, I don't think, either. I can't remember what the Met Gala theme was, but I know she wasn't on theme.
Who?
Kim.
No, I think it was Americana or something.
Oh, was it?
So Marilyn Monroe was Americana. That's
no, I know. I can't remember.
So that's where I think she went with that. But and then it shows also Kylie getting ready for the Met, and she was wearing her somebody that was being honored. I cannot remember his name, but she was wearing a designer that was being honored there that day. That was what that wedding dress was about.
It was an American fashion.
Yeah, of course. You don't get any more American fashion than her. And then Kendall wasn't really in it because she was sick. I believe they said she was sick, and Chris was in it a little bit, just discussing the dress, and like she didn't do too much chatter. Courtney, of course, was a little bit more prominent. Everybody went to Courtney's house for Palm Springs, and they celebrated Easter there, and then they flew to Milan, her and Travis, to try on wedding outfits for
just off to Milan
to Prada's showrooms, and they pulled everything that they were going to wear, and they had to try on all their clothes so they gave them like a week's worth of clothes for the wedding to wear that week. And
like a prep to the wedding they have clothes for.
Like what their clothes were going to be for like the rehearsal dinner, I guess, the pre this, the pre that's and stuff.
Cooper's looking at you in disbelief.
Hi, baby. And so that was, I'm sorry,
why doesn't my cat want to sit with me?
Oh, he's been sitting with me all morning. He was over here nestled in my bosoms.
Is that all you had to say?
Oh, sorry. I got distracted by Cooper and his purring. But yeah, that was really it. It was like, it's very little stuff. And
it's like a YouTube vlog.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. It's very shimmy shake. So yeah, that was really
careful, girls, you might get dropped.
No, they're still very interesting. I'm not going to lie. I still enjoy watching them. Not going to lie, but
Alrighty. So, I'll do Abbott, episode 7, Attack Ad. This one was really good. So basically, a charter school puts out an ad attack on Abbott, and they had a camera crew sent into the school, and they got in because Ava mistaked them for their typical, camera crew, because unlike some other mockumentaries, they do acknowledge the cameras here, and I do appreciate that. And the guy who was running the ad was actually a past student of Barbara's, and she was able to get him to take down the ad, but he decides that he's going to make every school a charter school, starting with Abbott, because his kind of grief was that, once he got into a charter school, his whole life changed. His life wasn't as bad. Mm-hmm. And as for Janine, her kind of thing is having Tariq come back and collect his things, but kind of being like, oh, maybe I could, get back with him, and then seeing, okay, no. And this is kind of sad because I don't like Janine and Tariq Taylor. I do prefer her and Gregory, but he is so funny, his character, that it's kind of like, oh, it sucks that they're going to break up, you know what I mean? But I can see them still bringing him back here and there. And one very important part is one of the things, they were going to go out to eat and then come home and watch a movie. Tariq, that was his plan. He does not know Janine's favorite movie. Who does know it? Gregory. I also think overall that this was probably Ava's best episode for the season. She was so funny in it, and I said a few episodes back that I want more Ava. I don't know if maybe this was more Ava, but definitely a lot of good like one-liners and things like that. And I just wanted to mention this because I thought this was kind of interesting. So the past student of Barbara's was played by Leslie Odom Jr., and both him and Cheryl Lee Ralph were in a musical together in 2005, and he had asked her in that musical, where does he fit into this industry? Because he's like more of like a singer and dancer. And since they had done that musical, and till now when they shared the screen again, he actually won a Tony for the Hamilton musical.
Sounds great.
All right, well, that's all I had for Abbott Tea. Cut it sweet, short, you know what happened, but I didn't spoil it too much. So go and watch it because it was actually really a fun little cheeky one. A little bit cheeky.
All right, well, Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, good God.
Season 31, here we go. It was a Halloween week. They started with the Halloween costumes and such. Very interesting. Shangela and Gleb danced a jazz number with a creepy doll theme. It was really creepy. It was good, I will say, but it was creepy. She told a great story. And the choreography was the best that they've seen. They commended Glenn for that. They got all 10s. That just shows you how good they did. And then Trevor and Emma, they did a contemporary routine, and it was a lyrical routine. They got 3 10s and a 9.
Yeah,
Go
definitely his
Trevor.
best dance.
Best dance, they said.
He
does do better with this because I think it is a form of storytelling, and since he's an actor, I think he can find the correlation and the relation between it.
I think the slow stuff is just easier because it's like you just think, okay, move from here to here instead of a dance where you're moving really fast.
Yeah, I know they are. I mean, those dances are hard and all like that, but I think he can make he can put it together with this one. Because she even said, like, I feel like when I give him like a leading man role or I give him a story, like he can make the connections come together. So Gabby and Val. Well, here comes another one that was struck by COVID. Val had COVID. So she had to dance with a new partner.
Alan.
Yes,
but he did choreograph the dance, Val, and then he came down and he left.
He came and he kind of worked with them to make sure he wore a mask and to make sure that they could, work together. But she had so much chemistry with Val that she was afraid she wouldn't have it with the new partner. But she didn't do bad. She made a little step slip up or something. But she danced the Argentine tango, and she got 2 9s and 2 10s. So how bad could she really have done?
No, yeah, that just means that she's improved this much that she can dance on her own.
She can dance on her own without Val. That it's not just Val like leading her around the floor. So there's that.
I think that should be taken into consideration.
In
the end of it all.
Yeah, no, I really do because we saw what happened to Joseph Biena when his partner went down. Like that was in the very beginning when they were still all learning any forms of the dances.
I think that took him out to not be able to get back in sync with her again.
No, I think it did too. I'll be curious to see what happens when he comes back.
Yeah.
So Daniel and Britt, they danced the Paso Doble. He was sick this week, so he didn't get that much practice. They got 2 9s and 2 8s, which is not bad for someone that was sick, I think. You know, I think they still did pretty good. They said he had a little fumble too with the footwork.
No, he did good.
Huh?
He did good.
No, he did good, but they said there was a step or something.
Before they did the team dance, I think he was on the bottom. Yeah. But here's the thing: there's a lot less people, so it's kind of like here's the thing: are you on the bottom? Yes, but you still got a good score where you're like still high up with everybody. But he still did good. That's where our votes went. We'll just say it now. They
went to him.
All 30 votes.
So Jordan and Brandon, they did really well. They said that she's taking all the corrections and all the improvements and implementing them into the dance. They were dressed as like skeletons, which I really didn't like her outfit that much. I thought they could have done better by her. But
speaking of skeleton outfits, Tyra Banks' skeleton outfit when she first came out, that was something.
Yeah, if you
Very
don't want,
hard.
if you watch for nothing else, you watch for those outfits on Tyra. They want her to show
What?
more character. Yeah,
The
there's
doors.
a lot of door banging outside.
Like,
You would
you
think
have
we
no
were in like
respect.
I don't know, House of Mirrors or something where they're trying to get out. They want her to show more character. She got all 9s.
Yeah, did
so
really good.
she did a tango, so I think that was pretty good for her. Tango's not that easy. Charlie and Mark, they danced the Argentine tango. They said that she does great, but Carrie Ann wants to see it get a little messy, not in a bad way. Like, Mark,
Just add something.
yeah, Mark had hurt his back and he had to rest until the performance, so he wasn't actually able to dance with her. I think someone else stood in for them.
No, they did dance, but during practice, he just stood there and watched.
Yeah, and someone else filled in. Pasha?
I can't remember who.
I think it was Pasha. It was whoever was dancing with Selma. That was Pasha.
Maybe, I think
Yeah,
it was.
so somebody was a stand-in for him, so he could watch and and then he was able to get in there and do it himself. But we both agreed when we were watching it. She is good. She's very good. She knows the steps. She can do the steps. She can duplicate almost anything he gives her, like down to a T.
Yeah.
But they were saying, like, same with Jordan, like they just want to see something
A little bit
behind the
more.
steps. Yeah, you need something more because there's really nowhere for her to go unless she gives something more. So there's that.
Yeah, unless here's the thing. I think they said the same thing about her mom too, but
Yeah,
I
her
think
mom,
what
too,
it is
was
like.
similar.
I think here's the thing. They're doing as much as they can do with the choreography. So maybe the pros need to step it up and give them something more or something.
Yeah, I think so. They're probably gonna have to try.
Because you can only do so much. If someone says twirl, you twirl. That's what are you gonna add to that twirl?
And dear Lord, Vinny and Coco.
Oh Jesus!
He danced
We
the-
shouldn't even talk about them anymore.
He danced the Paso Doble. There was no mistakes, at least, but he needs to be more fluid in his moves. They are very like,
Yeah,
I'm
which is
done.
what we kind of like.
Yeah.
If you look at hers, it almost like I want to equate it to like she looks like she has no bones in her arms. Her arms are jello, but like in a positive way. Like
Yeah,
it
like
flows.
they
His are
actually-
like
Yeah, they actually gave Coco criticism on how to help him be more fluid.
yeah.
Like they gave her ideas of different moves to give him instead of because whatever he's doing right now, he is very rigid and very stiff. And he did all the steps
Like
they said.
like like when they have like a nutcracker in animation, it's like
Yeah, that's very
That's
much.
what he
and I mean,
is.
he was once again the lowest, 2 7s, 2 8s.
how are you
Come on,
still here?
dude.
You're
I
getting
don't know.
sevens. Please rig the scores. Dancing with the Stars.
The fans are saving his ass, and it's just.
And I'm
it's
voting
wrong.
against him.
It's really wrong because good people are going home, and I don't think it's fair that you're being saved just because you have a lot of fans. That's not really
Because
fair.
that would be like if for example
They're not voting,
if Charlie was
you know.
bad and she was getting saved too, it's not fair. Like if she's
Yeah,
good
yeah.
and she's getting saved,
They're not
it's
voting
rightfully
correctly.
so.
It's a very lopsided.
And we only have so many phones to vote on.
Yeah, you can only
And you can't call in anymore, I don't think. It's not like back in the day when you could
No.
call.
And Wayne and Whitney, they danced a contemporary dance. It was, I don't know why I wrote it was a lot.
It was different than any other dance they've done. It was a lot more. It was like a.
Yes, they said yes. I remember. It was
upbeat.
very
It was like
little
an upbeat
techno. It was a little
yeah.
techno-ish and stuff. It was good.
It was
They
good.
got all 9s and 110, so that just shows you they were good.
He's slipping.
Are
No,
you
yeah,
leaving
they
me?
did. I think he's gone.
Okay.
Okay, bye, Cooper.
Okay, thank you for.
Oh,
okay.
you know he's
all right.
staying.
All right,
Kind
wow,
of.
Got my
Okay.
knee up your butt.
Interesting.
Okay.
No,
sit
yeah,
down.
it was good. In the beginning, I think this was the same thing. I think maybe Carrie Ann said. In the beginning, it was a little like, but then once they came down those stairs, it got good.
Yeah, it did.
Because it was a little bit like,
did.
but then he really, you
Yeah.
know, he's my pick for a winner. I think still
Yeah, he did good.
him or the Bachelorette. I can't remember her name.
Oh, Gabby. Yeah, and I'm right here. And Heidi and Artem, they danced a tango. They said she gives a good performance, but they want her also to push a little bit more. They can count on her clean line, strong frame, but she just needs something more. But she also got all 9s and a 10. So,
Yeah.
Again,
Something
they're
in
not,
that DNA, the
they're
D'Amelio
not,
DNA.
they're not getting, bad scores, but they're saying, like, I guess you could walk away with everything if you just,
Which is how we've been saying. Listen, we've been saying it since the start that. Well, I don't know if you've, but I have said it that this is how Heidi, Charlie are not going to win, and people are going to be shocked when Gabby or like Wayne or even Daniel win, or well Jordan, but we'll get to that.
So, in the end, they did a team's dance.
Mm-hmm.
There was Team Wicked, Team Scream. Team Wicked was made up of, there was captains as well. So, Trevor was one captain, and
Vinny
was the other.
I think it was
they took the bottom
two.
The bottom two. So Vinny got to pick first because he was bottom of the bottom two, I think.
Yeah.
So there's your prize. So Vinny picked Chandrila, Gabby, Vinny himself, obviously, Heidi, and Jordan. So Vinny was the captain, like I said. There was a lot of mistakes. Carrie Ann said it was a fun dance, but they also Glenn wanted them to see them, like they danced together as a group, then they would break off and one would come in, they would dance, and then one would trade off and they would dance. So like they each got to do a little solo number.
Yeah.
But they said while those people were doing the solo number, they wanted to see something more happening with the group. Like the group, they were just kind of... Everybody okay?
Oh my god.
I mean, you can't really blame anybody for that. That's just a kid running down the hall. They are allowed to do it, but...
No, children are not.
Yes, they are,
Have
hon.
some respect.
It's just called chill.
Well, do they know what it's like to have the door run past? Because I almost just had a heart attack.
Okay, well, they're not allowed to run down the hall. Okay.
Oh my god, pissing me off.
So, anyway, so they wanted the group dance to be doing something together. I just want to make sure there wasn't a big hole there.
He's got his toy in his mouth.
They wanted the group dance to do a little bit more than just standing and clapping.
Yeah, because that's really what they did.
And
they
that
stood
is
there
literally
and
what they
clapped.
So Team Scream, however...
Well, wait, one more thing on this
Okay.
team. Also, Vinny screwed himself up because he was the only guy on the team who was not a pro. So he stood out like a sore
I don't
thumb.
think he thought about that. Like, I honestly, when I would be picking the teams, I wouldn't have thought that either, because it was...
Oh, well, they also got to go every other person too when they picked a team. So, like, I think Vinny picked first, and then Trevor picked. So, you know, it wasn't like he could sit there and go, I want Charlie, Heidi, I want all the high people, basically. He didn't, so he got who was left.
Yeah, he was dancing against all the pros, which made him look like...
Obvious.
Yeah, it was a little obvious. So, I mean, that was a tough thing that he didn't think about, I guess. Like I said, I wouldn't have thought...
Well, because then the issue, too, is he split it up. And here's where he went wrong too. Well, obviously Charlie's the only other girl who wasn't on the team there. He put Charlie with a bunch of pros, and Charlie's like a good dancer that she can keep up and a little bit with the pros.
Yeah,
so it's like
was right up in there.
It's not like he even screwed up his other team because it was all you know.
Yeah,
all
like
right.
Jordan would have been a tough one to put with that group because she's good,
She
but
might have,
she might have stood out a little bit. But so Team Scream was made up of Charlie, Trevor, Wayne, and Daniel.
Yeah.
And
we needed that.
They all danced in sync. Yeah, all danced in sync. It was perfect. They were doing the dance. They had like a little dance thing that they were doing in between while the other people were dancing, and that's exactly what they wanted to see. Came together better. They got the better scores.
But
obviously.
Charlie did mess up.
Yeah, they said Charlie
Glenn
messed
caught
up. They said I saw it too. I saw her mess up.
I do think she was the weak link.
Yeah, she was technically the weak link, but they were still better than them by
a lot.
leaps and bounds. Yeah,
Yeah.
They were definitely better. I mean, her little mess up definitely wasn't bringing them down, sadly. So unfortunately, it put Heidi and Jordan in the bottom two.
Yeah, because you got 40 points if you won.
Who was going to go
Yeah.
home? Really, it's not going to be Heidi because they have been watching her consecutively do good, get tens. You're definitely not going to send her home. So Jordan was okay with it. She said she's sad, but she's going to continue dancing. It sounded like she was gonna actually like continue taking lessons and stuff. So that's
imagine she went on a tour and then all of a sudden she just sings her songs. She's doing ballroom dance while she does it.
There you go.
I'd give her props. So yeah, Vinny didn't go home. He didn't even end up in the bottom two.
No. When we heard his name announced, I swear.
And they saved him closer to the end too. Like it was like the top. It was the bottom
really
four.
making you think this is it. He's
going home.
down. No.
And there's nobody else that could be
here.
considered bad. Maybe Daniel is now the worst out of the bunch.
Daniel and Trevor. I mean that.
Oh,
one
Trevor.
dance
I forgot
doesn't
about Trevor.
count. Yeah.
So maybe those two there, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But it's like really, here's the issue. As soon as he gets put in the bottom, nobody's gonna root for Vinny.
Oh no, he's out.
He's out.
He's never making it all the way. He's never gonna make it all the way. No.
But here's my thing. So there's only 2 more episodes left. Are we doing a double elimination this week or something?
Who said this to us?
I'm pretty sure Tyra said there was only 2 more episodes left.
I don't know.
Look into that because here's my thing. He's gotta go. No more. Judges, take over. Get rid of him, please. I'm so serious. I can't watch another episode and see this man dance again. And it's not even like I don't even go on my phone when he dances because I gotta make sure I know he's bad. I'm like, God, and I don't even wait to vote anymore. because on the Disney Plus app, you don't have to, like, you can put your vote in and then change it right before. So I'll put some for Trevor and I'll put some for Daniel, and I'll see who needs the rest of the votes.
Yes.
He wants to come back and sit with you.
Back? Are you back?
All right. Well, you look that up.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna start Kung Fu.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Kung Fu episode 5
Come on, baby.
in
It's
season
okay.
3, Harvest. Come on, Cooper.
Yes. I got you. I got you.
All right, so this episode, Pei Ling is kind of struggling with keeping Zhao in. So they go and get, here's what you're gonna love it. They get a little crazier. They go and get a candle from the Salem witch trials to perform an exorcism to get Zhao out. In the end, Pei Ling is able to trap Zhao in her mind, but my favorite thing is while they're doing this, like they're doing like you go in like, you know, in Pei Ling's mind, and her and Zhao are like physically fighting, but Pei Ling's getting punches, and the woman's sitting there on the floor, right? They're like kind of around her, and she's sitting there, and you just see her head like swinging around. It's like, you shouldn't be laughing, but it is kind of funny because it's just her sitting there, like crisscrossed applesauce, getting her head like thrown around. It was quite funny. I know. Knocked about, correct. As for Nikki, obviously she's working with Pei Ling, but she's struggling to maintain her relationship with Bo because she won't let him in on all the Pei Ling stuff. They end up working out by the end of the episode. Obviously, Zilan, she tries to take on the Harvester. Ultimately, she fails and gets the whole entire people that are left with her killed. And while this is happening, so is the exorcism. And Henry's there at the exorcism, and him and Pei Ling both see the Harvester, and they realize that the Harvester killing all the other like warriors and guardians is how Zhao's getting her power to grow stronger. One of my favorite things too is Zilan has like a jean jacket on, but like the whole sleeve is like ripped down to her elbow. It's basically torn up. Like they should have just made this into a vest or take the jacket off. Also, a little report on Carrie Martin. She's currently scheming. I don't know. She has some kind of thing against one of the cooks.
Carrie Martin is not her name on the show.
Her name is Carrie on the show.
It's not Martin, though.
No, but that's how you guys will know who I'm talking about. It's Carrie Martin. It's fine. Also,
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
People allowed in the hallway. Also, I just had to note this down because it's my favorite thing.
I got you. They're not coming in here.
Well, I'll just wait till they're done. Yeah. And start. All right, my last little piece on Kung Fu. I'm sorry, that hallway took a turn. My favorite thing about CW shows, and I don't know if you've ever noticed this. I've really noticed it today. They will typically rarely end with actual dialogue. They'll just be like a dramatic song singing about how something's coming, a storm's a brewing. Have you ever noticed that?
Is that the song?
Almost, pretty much, yeah, kind of like that, just like that. No, but have you ever noticed it's like really like dum dum, and nobody's talking. You're just watching people look at things and go, and like having realizations, and they'll be like, "Oh my god," that's how the show ended. It's my favorite. I do love that. You know what? As much as I hate on the CW, those little stupid things, it just, it makes you giggle. Mm-hmm. You get a little chuckle. Ha ha ha.
It's all right. Chuck fest.
Go ahead with your next show, and then I'm done.
Well, I just wanted to say also though, I just have to fix this because it got.
Oh, did you find out all about the episodes?
Yes, there's 3.
Oh, 3. But still, there's how many people are left?
Could be,
Shangela, Trevor,
1,
Daniel.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No, 7. You counted.
Oh,
you counted Jordan.
Yeah.
So
okay.
7. So there's still way too many people.
7.
I don't think there's a double episode tonight. So maybe there's a double episode next week. Or they could just vote 2 people off. They could do whatever the hell they want. This is their show. All right, you go ahead.
So, Real Girlfriends of Paris. This was the finale. It started with Victoria's girlfriend Emile coming for a week to meet her in person finally. They just talked like over social media and different things like that and texted one another. And they go on their first date and they seem very cute together. They seem like they're hitting it off. She came from London. Casey's still back in California.
Do they actually give you an update on her?
Nope.
Oh, so the show just ends and this woman
doesn't say nothing about her.
She's not coming back for a season 2, I guess.
They don't really mention her too much.
That's funny.
And then after Anya had her big event, her and Aja come and meet together and discuss the event. And She kind of talks about going back to New York for her new job and her boyfriend, and she said she'll never work for Anya again because she's a little bit of a dictator, like in a fun, joking way.
Oh, okay. I was
like
gonna
nothing
say,
bad.
whoa.
Yeah, like in a little, fun, joking way. I know Anya was on this, but I, for some reason, did take no notes about her. So
Well,
I don't know that she did anything spectacular, but
at least she's not trapped in California.
no, she was very happy with what was going on. I think this
We
was
touched on her a little bit with
I
Aja.
think I think this was the finale. I thought it was anyway, but I could be wrong because
You know what? Keep going. I'll look it up.
well, you could just look it up right here on my thing. See up and come and see if it comes up. I don't think it does. Emily is the one that was doing the curtains in the weird showroom thing. She was trying to bring her mother's interior design business over, and her brothers came. Her brothers came and they helped her put up the window treatments, and she was happy to quickly run back and put on her website Paris.
Yeah,
that
it
they've
says done. This should be episode 10.
Margot.
Why don't I even remember this girl's name?
Margot, she was the one that has dual citizenship.
Oh.
She
I just feel like I haven't heard you talk about
she's
her
the
in a
one
while.
that's dad supports her and bought her the apartment.
Oh.
They all, it was kind of like a lot of group stuff. They were all preparing to go onto this boat that they were supposed to do in New Year's Eve or something like that. But then I think Aja got sick and got COVID, and they put it off. So now they're getting together, and it's more like a friends thing. It was supposed to be like a couple thing, but now it's just more like a friends group going together. And I think Margot is bringing a friend. Victoria's bringing her new girlfriend Emile. Aja brought her boyfriend Alex, and Anya brought her husband. Oh, I can never remember his name. Emily, I don't think she brought anybody. She might have brought a friend. I'm not really sure. I don't recall. But they all are sitting, and Aja decides that she's going to bring up how there's been a little bit of a divide in the group, and how kind of Victoria and Margot are like kind of separating themselves from the group. And before you know it, it gets into a heated discussion. Victoria starts screaming. Margot tries to calm her down. It just becomes like a crazy thing. But then they all somehow work it out. They all bring it to a close, and they all realize that they agree that they're friends, and they're still growing their friendship.
Why does it sound like someone just walked into our door?
I don't know. And they wrap it up nice and tidy for the end, so that next
well,
season.
they don't do a reunion. These guys probably. So.
I don't know, because some of them were at BravoCon. I did see Victoria there. I don't know if I saw anybody else.
I mean, if I was Andy, I'd push for that reunion, get on myself a plane to Paris.
Yeah, but he's got 2 babies now.
No,
so.
well, true. Yeah, that is true.
I mean, not that stops him, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could fly them from Paris to here, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Free trip to Paris.
It was a cute show. I highly recommend it. If you like The Real Housewives and you're a little younger and you want that little younger age bracket, I think it was cute. And it was in Paris, so you can't, you can never go wrong with watching Paris and the Eiffel Tower and, all that jazz. If you like Emily in Paris, this is a little bit like that.
I wonder if they purposely picked somebody named Emily because of the show. I wonder if Bravo sat down and was like, we should try to find an actual Emily in Paris.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I would try it.
Coincidence?
I wonder though. Here's my prediction for this show. I didn't even watch it. That Casey girl who's in California, she's gone. The other girl who has a girlfriend now, they're gonna make her the other girlfriend in Paris now. They'll just bring her on.
Well, they
as
could
like a
if she stays on, but I don't know. This one doesn't seem like she wants to be too much on the cameras, so we'll see. I think though the Casey girl sounds like she's destined to come back. She wants to come back, but
well, I mean, they really left her open ended. She left Paris, and they said
it's not that easy to deal with the.
You're not coming back.
Passports and such, so that is hard.
Alrighty, Americanado, season 1. So this show was created by Justin Spitzer, who also created Superstore, and I love Superstore, so I kind of was going into this going, I think I'm gonna like this show. There's already gonna be a season 2, so I'm gonna give you like a little bit of the overall plot and then my overall thoughts. Mm-hmm. So it follows Payne Motors, which is a car company who got a new CEO, Catherine Hastings, who knows nothing about cars. They picked her because she was, I believe, a CEO of a pharmaceutical company. So they figured, I guess, CEO. And the group consists of Sadie, who's the CCO, and she hooked up with Jack, who used to be on the assembly line, until Catherine brought him up to the corporate level as like a consultant, like a somebody to represent the people. Also, they ended up hitting him with a car a little bit, so it's also kind of like that. First episode. Also, and then there's Wesley Payne, who's the grandson of the original CEO that Catherine replaced. He doesn't really have a position. He's just kind of there, like, he's there as like a nepotism baby. They let him hang around. Cyrus is the chief production designer. Elliot is the chief counselor. And then there's Dory, who's Catherine's assistant. Now it kind of starts with the idea of having a self-driving car, and it fails. That's the self-driving car is the one that hits Jack. And this kind of literally creates a domino effect and creates one new problem after another. And basically it ends up kind of with Catherine saying that they're going to make this new car that's only going to sell for $10,000, and they're going to call it the Pica.
Pica?
Pica? I think it was Pica.
I hope it's Pica, because Pica is when you eat like paint chips off the wall. So like that's a weird name to pick, but okay.
I could have forgotten the name. I think it was Pica though.
Okay.
I think it was. Well, it would just make sense because this car's a mess. So they decide, because they need to cut this spending down to $10,000 because they can't physically actually make this car. They didn't expect for it to get greenlit, but they figured, let's do it. She's the first woman CEO, all that stuff. That they're going to take the old pearls out of a car that wasn't supposed to. They made like pearls that were too small for a car. And they said, well, they'll fit in the Pica, so we'll just take them. They should just be sitting on a shelf. Let's take them. They had put these in a whole nother car, in the car wrong. They put them in wrong. They did the production wrong. So now they don't have the pearls for this car, and they're in another car. So they decide that, okay, we know about this incident, and having the wrong locking pearls could send the car that they're actually in to, start rolling, not stay in park. So they decide, you know what? Let's pretend that we never knew about this. We're going to cover it up and lie and say we never knew it. The show, though, ends up getting an interview. They get put in an interview to help Catherine appear better to the board, because the board's kind of like not a fan of her, because it's been pure chaos since she's joined. And the reporter asks about the locking pearls and about how they probably covered it up. And the show kind of ends with them saying, all right, how are we going to fix this? And that's where it ends for season 1, which is kind of like, I was like, okay, I guess. I mean, it left like with a little cliffhanger, and I'm not upset by it because I know there's a season 2. All right, so my overall thoughts for the show, I actually really did like it, because I feel like with sitcoms, they don't tend to link that much. The linking factor will typically be like a character's relationship, they'll link like that. Sometimes they'll talk about like little things. This literally, episode 1 linked into episode 2 into the next. Like they all played
I like how you always say that you think the sitcoms don't work that way. It's just like an individual little
episode,
thing.
like you could kind of watch it solo. This all
Although
truly
that does stink that you just can't just
watch
in.
it. Yeah,
like because it sounds like you need to know.
Yeah, because they'll do like some sitcoms will have the arc. Like for example, when we watched the Halloween episode, we put out. I mean, Halloween's over, but you can still go watch a bonus episode out on Halloween about our favorite Halloween sitcom episodes. Like Superstore, when we watched that Halloween one, they were doing the arc about joining the union. Superstore did definitely have they did link, but you know what I mean? Like there wasn't, it wasn't so much. Like this literally does link. I will say, out of all my favorite episodes, 6 had to be my favorite. It was so funny. They ended up having to redo an ad because they realized that they were getting this hate because they weren't being very inclusive of a brand, so they went to redo the ad to make it more inclusive, and it was just one thing after another. It was kind of that humor that I say, I don't like the Mr. Mayor show because it does the woke humor. Now, I mean woke humor in a sense of oh, I can't say that anymore, or oh, look at me, I'm an old guy, I don't know that I can't say that anymore. I don't think that's funny. I think that's just a waste of a joke, because honestly it's not even a funny joke. This was talking about things where it's maybe no, we can't really do that, but it was actually funny without being offensive, I guess you could say. And my last little comment, John Barinholtz, I guess that's how you'd say his last name.
Yeah.
He plays Wesley, and he also played Marcus on Superstore, and those characters are essentially the same person. It's just now Wesley's from a very rich family, and Marcus was not.
What was who's Marcus's character?
He was the guy in the dragon costume.
Okay.
Yeah, he pretty much plays the same exact character. I think it's really funny. I will definitely watch season 2. I'm a little upset I took so long to watch it, but kind of weird though. I haven't heard anything about season 2. I went on all the cast Instagram and like nobody talks about this.
So where did you get that information?
No, it's confirmed. Like I saw it online, but I'm just saying like no one's talking about like filming it or anything. I did see the one guy who played Cyrus. He like Snapchat. It seemed like he was like on the studio a lot, so it's definitely coming. Probably maybe January. Maybe I'd say.
Interesting.
Yeah, I liked it.
All right, so Love is Blind. I'm going to run through this one fairly fast. Anybody that hasn't seen Love is Blind, it's about couples that get together in what they call pods. They're these little rooms that you go into different rooms, you meet people, and you talk to them, and you don't see them. And then potentially they could ask you to marry them sight unseen, and then it goes on from there. So they spend about a week meeting people in the pods. And then they, once you've been chosen as a couple, and usually it's only about like 5 or 6 couples. This one was 5 couples. They take them from the pods. They put them to a resort where you spend another week just getting to know the person, acclimating to how they look and, if they're your type and whatnot. And then they end up going to like an apartment complex that they put them in. All the couples go in the same place. I guess it just makes it easier for filming, possibly COVID, who knows. Yeah. They were at a resort in Malibu from what I understand, and now they're back somewhere, I believe, in Dallas.
Like the homes.
Yeah, they all came from Dallas area, so it's not like anybody has to move. That's the other thing they do. They keep them in a central location. Yeah. They pick people from that area. So the group does get together. They have a pool party together, and then they have a dinner together later on where like the women and men can get together, compare notes, little things like that. The couples that got together were Zeba and Cole, and Matt and Colleen, Batiste and Natalie, SK and Raven, and Alexia and Brandon. These couples all said I love you throughout this whole thing, so you really think that all of them are going to make it to the altar. However, my prediction is that Zeba and Cole might. They probably could make it to the altar. I think she would say yes. The only reason he would say no is because he doesn't believe that she really loves him or really can like be the person that she's claiming she's going to be with him. And Matt and Colleen, if Matt can get out of his way, I think they would make a great couple because they really do like each other. They like spending time with each other, but he's so focused on his past that he can't see that he has somebody good. So I could see her saying no only because she's concerned that then when something happens he'll bolt, and she has already spoken with her parents about she's not going to get married to somebody that is not taking this seriously because marriage is a big commitment. Her family was like, this is very important. The other thing is like Cole's family does not support this. The first couple, his family doesn't want to be involved. That's a little tricky. Matt and Colleen's family are both like have met each other in the whole bit, so they've gotten to meet each other. Nancy and Bartice, they were in this last episode, and Nancy already said yes, which I predicted she would because she's very into him. And Bartice hasn't answered yet, but I do think he's going to say no. I think he's too much of a player. I think he wants to think that he's going to get married, but I don't think it's going to happen. And Nancy's truly not his type, and I just think he's not going to be able to overcome that. And he has issues with the fact that she's like pro-abortion and things of that nature, so I think that's going to be an issue right there. Raven and SK, they did already go through with their wedding, and they did not go through with it. They didn't go through with it. They were one in the last episode. I thought though it was going to be Raven that was going to say no, but in turn it was SK that said no because he didn't like the fact that she wouldn't bend on a couple of things. She wouldn't even entertain it, which is what was really sad. So he kind of, there was a couple other things with the traditions and stuff that he just thought it was going to be really hard. But he does love her, and I think they could actually get back together at some other point.
Future?
Yeah, I do think they could get together if they work some of the stuff out. Like the problem is when they do these shows and they do that episode thing, like they don't really, they didn't really go into why they showed her, they showed him. They actually showed his mother going to her room and apologizing on his behalf, saying, I don't know why he did this. I'm not really sure what
like
his
they
reasons.
Don't have like a sit down of why they said that.
They used to. A couple
Maybe
of the other ones did, but I don't know.
After the altar special.
Maybe this was just one of those ones that, he didn't do it. I don't know. And then Alexia and Brennan. I don't know about this couple. She wants a prenup. Also, because her family does have money, and I don't think he wants her money or anything like that, but like he was very okay with the prenup. He's like, fine, whatever you want to do, I don't care about that, just put it and I'll sign it. So he doesn't have a problem with that, but he's a very down home country farm kind of guy, and she's kind of more like not upper class, but just like her family has money and she's used to certain things, and although they seem like they get along, I don't know if they're gonna managed to do this. I don't know. He wants to convert to Judaism, which I think is very serious. So I could see him absolutely saying yes, and her in the last minute saying no for some reason.
Do you think they have to tell the producers before they go up if they're going to say yes or no?
No, I think it's like in that moment that they decide.
Everybody's going to find out.
Yeah, because when you listen to their vows and stuff, up until the moment they say I do, you're really like, is this one going to say yes?
I just didn't know if they had to go up to the producers and be like,
because
the producers are like, so you're saying yes or no, and they say yes, and then imagine she went up and she's like, no. Like,
no, I think they just do it right on that moment, because I think it's a surprise for everybody, because listening to SK and Raven's vows, you really thought he was going to say yes. I really thought, and when he paused, and I go, oh no, it's not happening. And he said no. So there's one episode left with the last 3 couples, and then I guess we'll see what happens. I think they put the After the Altar out. It was a little bit after, because they actually filmed them like a couple of months later, and like a couple of months.
Like
so
they take gaps between.
Yeah, well, they do what I said. They take an actual good portion of the thing, and but they do a sit down with them, because they will do like a little reunion right after it, because they did one with the last group, and that's when they told you like who didn't make it, who's still not together, who did this, who did, and they kind of discuss it. So some of the couples do make it. The one from last time.
Sissy's coming for you.
Hi, Sissy.
I saw that face. She walked over with a purpose.
Yeah, food.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's all for Love is Blind. Until next week, and we find out the last funny. Don't eat that.
So what do we plan on watching this week?
I thought you had another show to do.
No, I'm saving Rutherford Falls for next week.
Okay.
I'm gonna so I can do all in one.
I'm probably gonna bring Manifest to the full forefront as soon as I'm done with that.
This is aggressive kissing these two are doing. Look at them.
Calm down. I'm going to do my Dancing with the Stars, Days of Our Lives.
Mediterranean.
Yeah, I think that's over.
But you have the new one that just came out.
Oh yeah, the new one. I'm gonna try to put. Coo.
What the hell? This is so like look.
Coo.
What the hell?
I don't even remember what Mommy was saying. Kardashians.
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind, the last episode, and maybe Buying Beverly Hills, but I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. Where I might start it, but it might not be reported upon.
Okay. So for me, I'm gonna do Kung Fu episode 6. Abbott's currently on a little week break. So sad. So no,
why?
I don't know. So no Abbott, but Warrior Nun's back this week.
Oh, happy Ding Dong Day!
Yeah, but I think it comes out on Thursday, so I'll see how much I can watch on Thursday and Friday. So we'll see. And then I'm probably going to do Blockbuster. I'm going to finish Rutherford Falls. I'm already halfway through season 1, so I'll definitely finish. And then I'll probably just finish...
He's pushing on the front of her chest. I'm hungry.
Because she's losing it.
I'm hungry. She wouldn't let me eat before this.
You ate at 7 a.m. I'm the one who hasn't eaten anything yet.
Yeah, actually that was like 6.
No, it wasn't. It was 7. So you say. All right. No, so yeah, I'm gonna do Rutherford Falls. I do Blockbuster. I have a lot of shows that I'm gonna binge and come back with a whole season, basically. Besides Kung Fu, Breaking Bad. I love that it's just on my list with a question mark. Like, will I do it? Won't I? So what we're watching this week is we're gonna watch season 2 of Real Housewives of Orange County. Season 1 is already up. We did the whole season, and we're gonna do the whole season of season 2 because we're not going to get too much into it. We're just going to say who the wives are, what their story arcs are, and what our favorite thing about, we're like our overall thoughts of it. So season 1 went up on Saturday, and season 2 will also go up on Saturday. We post our kind of like housewife stuff on Saturdays. Episode 10 of Andor is going to go up on Friday. Andor, we do that every Friday. Episodes 1 through 9 are already up, so you can go ahead and check those out. Originally, in a few of our other episodes, we did say that we were going to put Titans out on Sundays. We were just not in the mood to watch it. So, we don't want to rush it, not enjoy it, and then, maybe give a bad commentary on it. But our plan is to instead review all of part 1 in a whole. Sissy's eating dry food. So we're going to do part 1 all in a whole. That'll probably go up on December 4th for you guys. And then as far as bonus content, we have 2 known bonus content that is coming this month. Our bonus for the month, we are going to watch all of Anne Hathaway's filmography. Not all of it, but her best 10 pieces of works, I guess you could say, her films. That will go up at the end of the month, even though her birthday's on November 12th. We put our bonus episode out on the end of the month. So it's in honor of her celebrating, I believe, her 40th birthday, milestone birthday. That's how we picked it. So Selena Gomez's documentary, My Mind and Me, came out on November 4th. So we're probably going to try to post that on maybe like Tuesday or something like that. I think Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe we'll see. And you may say, how are you going to watch it? You guys said you don't have Apple TV. Selena personally contacted us and gave us 2 months free of Apple TV, which, let me add to that, it may not be this upcoming week, but on my personal solo shows, I'm definitely going to try to watch the morning show. I can't remember the show, but Maya Rudolph stars in it, and I love Maya Rudolph, so I'll probably watch that. And I think there was another show too. Oh, and we may try to watch Coda because of Daniel. So you guys can give us a 4 or a 5. A 4 if you think we have to improve, a 5 if you know we're going to improve. And I do know now that you can't change your ratings, but might as well just leave the 5 anyway because it's much kinder to be nice. And if wherever you're listening to, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on those bonus episodes, because I just said I don't know if we're going to post Selena Gomez on a Tuesday or Wednesday, so better have the notifications on so you know if she's coming out on Tuesday or Wednesday. Obviously, Sissy's going to the bathroom, absolutely and utterly so rude. And if you're listening to us on YouTube, also make sure you subscribe there and have the notifications on. And give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs down. Instead, leave a comment telling us how we can improve. And I believe that's all.
Hit the button, please.